Hello, it's Anusha. So, I'm sure a lot of you watched my college decision reaction video, which was cute, and here I am again with my stats video. I know the stats video is like 20 times later than I said it would be, but as a high school senior, I got busy with school things. So my biology final, a couple of projects, end of the year events, and because I am an avid binge watcher, I got distracted by this period drama on Amazon Prime called Poldark. It's really good. 12 out of 10, highly recommend. For those of you that know me, you know I love period dramas. That's all I've been watching for like the past 6 months. So if you know of any good period dramas, please drop them in the comments below. I'm more than willing to watch them. I already watched Downton Abbey, which was amazing, classic, I watched Grantchester, which is really good, also on Amazon Prime. I watched Rain, like out of this world. You guys, there's just something about period dramas that just I'm obsessed. Okay, so now to get back on topic, in this video, we will be going over the following scores: ACT, PSAT, AP, IB, my GPA, the classes I took in high school, and briefly talking about my extracurriculars. So let's get started. First, we're going to get started with the juicy stuff, which is the ACT. Now, I took the ACT 3 times, but I did not take the SAT. Here's why. So my school and my state emphasize taking the ACT. There's not really much emphasis upon the SAT, which is why I wanted to focus on the ACT first. I was planning on taking the SAT later, but then because of the coronavirus pandemic, I wasn't able to. And I was happy with my ACT score, so I stuck with the ACT and called it good. All right. The ACT is based on a score of 36. 36 is the highest possible score you can get. There are 4 individual sub-scores or components that go into the ACT. That is math, science, English, and reading. The average of your 4 sub-scores determines your composite score. So the first time I took the ACT was the summer between my sophomore and junior year. This was July 2019. My sub-scores were a 35 on math, a 34 on science, a 34 on English, and a 31 on reading for a composite score of 34. The second time I took the ACT was the fall of my junior year in September 2019. My sub-scores were a 36 on math, a 32 on science, a 35 on English, and a 33 on reading for a composite score of 34 once again. The third and final time that I took the ACT was winter of my junior year, so December 2019. I ended up getting a 36 on math, a 34 on science, a 35 on English, and a 35 on reading for a composite of, drumroll please, 35, at which point I decided to call it good. Now we're going to talk about the PSAT. The point of taking the PSAT is to see if you can become a National Merit semifinalist, then a National Merit finalist, and a National Merit scholar. And ultimately, you can get scholarships from being a National Merit scholar, so that's the reason you take the PSAT, because if your score is high enough, you can qualify for that and receive scholarships. The PSAT is based on 2 sub-scores, so reading and writing is one, and math is the other. You can get up to 760 in both of these categories, and then they add those scores together to give you your composite score, which is based on a total of 1520. So your PSAT only counts your junior year towards national merit, but I took it my freshman and sophomore year just for practice. My freshman year, on reading and writing, I got a 630, and on math, I got a 640 for a composite of 1270. My sophomore year, I got a 700 on reading and writing, a 700 on math for a composite of 1400. My junior year, I got a 750 on reading and writing and a 730 on math for a composite of 1480. My National Merit Selection Index, which is what they use to determine if you qualify as a national merit semifinalist was a 223. And for my state, this was high enough. So I became a national merit semifinalist, then a national merit finalist, and ultimately I received a $2,500 scholarship from the National Merit Scholarship Corporation, for which I am extremely thankful. Now we're going to talk about my AP scores. I took a total of 5 AP exams. The highest score you can get on the AP exam is a 5. Alrighty. So, the first exam I took was my freshman year. I took AP Human Geography and I got a 5. My sophomore year, I took AP Statistics and got a 5, and AP World History, AP Modern World History, which at the time it was just AP World History, but now it's called AP Modern World History, whatever. I got a 5 on that. And then my junior year, I took AP Calc BC and got a 5, and AP US Government and Politics and got a 4. For the exams I took my junior year, Calc BC and AP GoPo, I didn't take the AP version of those classes. I actually took an IB math class and I took a regular US government class, but I self-studied and also just applied what I learned in those classes to take that exam. So it all worked out. Now let's talk about IB exams. So I'm a member of the International Baccalaureate Diploma program at my school, which, has been fun and challenging. So, but it's been a great program, truly. And our scores are based off of 7 points, which is the highest score you can get. This year, our school decided to go the non-examination route, and last year our exams were canceled because of the coronavirus pandemic. So that means I haven't had to sit and take a single IB exam, hallelujah, but our scores are based on our internal assessments, our predicted scores, what our teacher thinks, etc. So the scores that I received last year, or the classes that I tested in, were IB Psychology SL and IB Music SL. On IB Psychology SL, I received a 7, and on IB Music SL, I received a 6. The classes that I will be testing in this year and receiving scores for are IB French SL, IB Mathematics Analysis and Approaches HL, IB Biology HL, and IB English HL. So those 4 classes I will be receiving scores for in July. Now we're going to get into the juicy, fun, cool stuff with my grades. Anusha, you're so cringy. Okay, basically, my school does grades on a numeric scale. So a 1 is an A, a 2 is a B, 3 is a C, 4 is a D, and 5 is an F. I always wondered why there was no E. You know what I mean? Like A, B, C, D, F. That just doesn't make sense. But anyways, so we do our grades on a numeric scale. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And in terms of GPA, it's weighed on a 4.0 scale. AP and IB classes are weighed as 5.0, and honors classes are not weighed. I'm going to go through and just list off the classes I took in every grade. Yep, let's get started. The summer of going into freshman year, I took personal finance and a gym class. During freshman year, I took Honors English 9, Forensics, which is just competitive speech, Honors French 2, Honors Algebra 2, Biology, Chemistry, Orchestra, and AP Human Geography. So the summer of going into sophomore year, I took a health class and a gym class. Sophomore year, I took Forensics, Honors French 3, Honors Pre-Calculus, AP Statistics, Physics, AP World History, Orchestra, and Honors English 10. The summer of going into my junior year, I took a gym class. During junior year, I took Forensics and Choir combined. Honors French 4, IB Math Analysis and Approaches HL1, IB Biology HL1, US Government and Economics, IB Psychology SL, IB Music SL and Orchestra combined, IB English HL1, and IB Theory of Knowledge 1. My senior year, that's what it's called. I took IB English HL2, Forensics, IB French SL, IB Math Analysis and Approaches HL2, IB Biology HL2, Orchestra, and IB Theory of Knowledge 2. And I also took an American history class through an online high school during the year. Okay, just remember that I did do the IB program, so that's why a lot of the classes in my junior and senior year are IB classes. And in terms of the way our school did theory of knowledge, we did that as a year-round course, just divided into different years. So the second semester of our junior year and the first semester of our senior year was when we took theory of knowledge. And I was very fortunate that the second semester of senior year, I was able to have, I didn't have to take a 0-hour class, which is like early in the morning. And I also had another period off. And for part of the year, I had another period off. So I took 5 to 6 classes my second semester of senior year, which was really nice and relaxing. I highly recommend taking your second semester of senior year just a little bit easier to just enjoy your time, you know. Now let's talk about my GPA. This is the fun stuff. So I got, in terms of my weighted GPA, my cumulative weighted GPA, one more thing, keep in mind that I still have 9 more days left of my senior year. So the GPA I get for second semester of my senior year has not been factored into this cumulative GPA yet. But my cumulative GPA is, drumroll please, a 4.355. And that's my weighted GPA. And my unweighted GPA, cumulative of course, is a 4.0. So I got straight ones. Yeah. There's my GPA and my classes. Lastly, but not least, we're going to talk about extracurriculars. And, okay, I listed 10 extracurriculars on my Common App because that's all you have space for. I did not list orchestra as an extracurricular activity because I take it as a class, and I don't spend too much time outside of school on orchestra except for the couple concerts we have a year. But I did list forensics as an extracurricular activity because of all the tournaments we have outside of class, which ends up being, hours per week. So just getting that out of the way before we get started. But one thing I want to say is extracurricular activities are extremely important. All these activities have been critical to shaping who I am today. And I've really enjoyed my time in every one of them. And I hope that I've been able to make a positive impact and contribute to these activities. But they've genuinely just made me a better person. And the people I've met, just incredible. So I had to say that before we got started. All right. For activities on the Common App, I listed competitive speech or forensics, debate, TASL, which is a volunteering organization that teaches English to underprivileged Cambodian students, Carnatic Sangita, which I've been doing since I was in kindergarten. You can find my Arangetram on YouTube. If you just type in Anusha's Arangetram, it's somewhere there. Cross country, track, volunteering at my local hospital, being a camp counselor for a summer job, Rotary Interact Club, and helping found the International Baccalaureate Diploma Support Group, or IBDP Support Group as we call it, at my school. So those are the 10 extracurriculars I listed. I did more like HOSA and the Mustang mentoring program at our school. There's definitely some more extracurriculars, but these are the 10 that I spent a lot of time on, that I contributed to, worked actively in, so that's ultimately why I chose to list them. In another video, if you would like, I can definitely go into more detail about everything I put on the Common App, but that's just a brief overview. So today is Mother's Day, it's May 9th, and I wanted to showcase my beautiful mother on camera. She was a large part of my college decision reaction video. If you ask me, I think my mother was the real star and I was just a supporting actress.
Thanks, Anusha.
Yeah, no problem. And my mother is on top of her game, so she recorded this 2 to 3 minute segment a couple days ago about the college application process. She recorded her segment before I even recorded my own video. So shout out to my mother for literally like being on top of her game, and then shout out to me for being a master procrastinator. But anyways, happy Mother's Day, Mother. I got her some dark chocolate.
Thank
my
you.
dad and I looked all around town for tulips and couldn't find any, but
Thanks, Anusha. Hi everyone. As a parent, along with Anusha, we enjoyed the college application process. It was a wonderful experience. Hence, wanted to share some important aspects we learned about this process and our role as a parent. The first aspect is give yourself time. The applications are lengthy, so make sure the applications are filled during productive hours or what you consider as the best time. And as parents, provide the emotional support they need. The second aspect is be yourself. The essay questions are interesting, challenging, and cumbersome. From what I observed, Anusha enjoyed the essay writing process. She was natural, honest, and wrote about what she cares for and that she has been involved in. For instance, Anusha loves animals, and hence she wrote about her experience in fostering dogs. She also wrote about her hobbies such as crocheting, art, painting, Indian classical vocal music, her community involvement, and her activities with her friends. Some of the questions asked made her introspect and brought about the best in her, and she was thankful that she had the opportunity to express. Our role as a parent was the easier task of reading the essays written and providing appropriate inputs. The third important aspect is research. Prior to deciding to apply to colleges, it's important to spend some time doing research about the colleges. Every college is unique and has its own strengths. One just needs to make sure if the strengths and interests you have are being exhibited in the college you're applying by having a good balance of safety, target, and read schools. So once you have applied to colleges, now it's decision time. You have done your duty and be calm if the results don't go your way. It's not a sign of failure. Rather, I would say the college has missed an awesome student. On the other hand, the college application process has taught us a life lesson. In life, we win some and lose some. The key is enjoying the journey and the process. Anusha thoroughly enjoyed this process. Hope you will too. Thank you.
thank you so much for watching this video. Congratulations if you made it to the end and didn't fall asleep in the middle. But I hope this video is a little bit more lively than my college decision reaction video. I felt like my energy levels were like kind of low there, but you know, right now they're like up here, got some sugar in me, you know, ready to go. But anyways, if you have any period drama suggestions, please leave them in the comments below. I love period dramas. I am not kidding. I am obsessed with them and will probably be watching them like compulsively for the rest of my life. I literally love them so much. Like, I'm about to put on a corset and a ball gown and just strut into a castle and start dancing. So, but if you'd like to see any other videos like me reading my essays, talking about the achievements I listed on my Common App, or going more in depth into the extracurriculars, please let me know. But for the question that all of you have been asking, what college am I going to? It is... 1 second. I have decided to be a Trojan! So I will be attending the University of Southern California in the fall. I'm very thankful to have received one of their half-merit scholarships, which has been really helpful to pay for college. But ultimately, the reason I chose USC was they're a great school. They have amazing programs, awesome opportunities. I loved the vibes that I got from their online sessions. Like, really seems like a really friendly school, great environment, beautiful weather in California, and also the scholarship was really helpful. For my fellow Midwesterners, you know that it is going to be so great to be in California because of the weather. Here's why, Midwesterners, you know what I'm talking about, because one week it'll be like 70 or 80 degrees, and you think that you're ready to put away your winter clothes until November, right? You're like, I'm not gonna see this again, I'm ready to bust out the shorts and tank tops. No, because the next week it is 32 degrees, you are out there with your winter coat on again, turning your car on and like the heater on 10 minutes before you get in so it warms up. Because that is the Midwest for you. It just decides that it can do whatever it wants with the weather whenever it wants. The reason I'm so salty about this is because it is literally the middle of May and like the low is still at 43 degrees. It was literally freezing in April. Anyways, that won't be happening in California. So I'm obviously very excited about the weather. I am going to miss the cold, how much ever I complain about it. I'm still a Midwesterner at heart, but I'm excited for beautiful weather. And the beaches, the best beach that we have here is literally like our lake and then some sand. And then they call that a beach. But, okay, I'm off track. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know what other videos you'd like to see in the future. And I will see you all very soon. Goodbye.